welcome to this presentation on the expression of the future in English. Well, first of all, and before we start covering the contents, I would like to say hi to all of you, to send you my warmest regards, all my love and good wishes. I hope you're all feeling very well, safe and sound at home, taking all the precautions and feeling confident that this situation will soon pass and we will be very, very soon in class again, and things will be back to the way they were, the way they used to be. Also, I would like to apologize in advance because I have a sore throat and I might cough a little in the middle of the presentation. Hopefully that won't happen. But if it does, well, I apologize in advance. Don't worry, I'm feeling very well. I'm not feeling sick at all. So let's start. Let's get started. As I said, in this presentation, we will cover the expression of the future in English. I have designed this series of videos in two different parts. In block 1, in this first video, we will cover block 1, in which we will revise these expressions that I'm sure you're already familiar with. It will just be a quick revision. And in the second video, I will explain the new expressions to be learned, which will be bound to, be due to, and be about to. Also, I provide you with some, synonyms for the expression be about to. But again, that will come afterwards in the second video. In this video, we will focus on this block 1, okay? So, as I said, we're going to get down to business. In this video, we will cover the expression of the future with these structures: will, be going to, and present continuous. Well, when we talk about the future, we can express different functions. We can be talking about a future plan. We can be talking about a prediction based on evidence. We can be talking about a future arrangement, an instant decision, a promise, an offer, a prediction, a future fact, or a suggestion, okay? So maybe it will be better if we see this with examples, with real examples of use. Now, I propose you this activity. I have written down certain sentences in which I use different kinds of futures, and before we start covering them, I would like you to read each of these sentences and specify which function are they covering. For example, I'm going to start with the first one. My sister is going to adopt a child. Well, in this case, we're talking about a plan. We're talking about a future plan or intention. My sister is going to adopt a child. That's a plan that she has. Now, what I would like you to do as an activity for practice is to pause the video here, read the questions very carefully, not the questions, read these statements very, very carefully, and try to decide which of these functions each of these sentences fulfills, okay? So again, I suggest that you should pause the video and do the activity for me. In a minute, I will show you the key. Well, as promised, this is the key. As I said before, this is a plan or an intention. The second one, Lorna and Jamie are getting married in October, that would be a future arrangement. Future arrangements in English imply that there's a date and a time to do something, okay? So Lorna and Jamie are getting married in October. They know they're getting married in October because they have decided the date themselves. They know the time, they know everything. That's a future arrangement. In the third case, the same thing goes. We're meeting at 10 tomorrow in Jack's office. That's another future arrangement, all right? Also, I apologize because I can see that there's a mistake, a spelling mistake in arrangement here and here, right? So this is the correct way to spell arrangement, okay? Sorry for that. Let's continue. In this, are you going to buy a new car or a second-hand one? That's a plan or an intention. I had the intention to buy a new car. In the next case, I'll have the stick. This is an instant decision. And I will try to explain this in as much detail as I can. Imagine that you are at a restaurant and you're looking at the menu, you want to decide what to order, and finally you want to order the steak. So this is something that you would say to the waiter at that moment. I'll have the steak. It's an instant decision that you make at that moment in which you're reading the menu and the waiter's waiting for you to tell them your order, okay? Next, I won't tell anyone where you are. That's a promise that you're making to someone. I promise not to tell anyone. I will not tell anyone where you are. That's a promise. Next, I'll be at home all afternoon. It's not a promise, it's not a prediction, it's just a future fact. It's something that it's true. I will be there, simply. All right? I'm telling you, I will be there. It's a future fact. The next one, I'm not going to go to New York tomorrow. The meeting is cancelled. I'm not going to go. I'm not planning to go. I don't have the intention of going. Okay? So that's a plan too. Barcelona are going to win. They're playing really well. So I say that Barcelona are going to win because they're playing very well. That's my evidence. They are playing really well. So I make this prediction. I think they're going to win. Okay? In the next case, Jane's leaving on Friday and coming back next Wednesday. That's a future arrangement. Probably they have a plane ticket or they have, a bus ticket. They know exactly. They have made some travel arrangements. So it's a future arrangement in this case. I'll carry that bag for you. Now, in this case, I will also propose a situation to you. Imagine that you are at home and you can see that your mom is carrying a very, very heavy bag, right? Or your father or whoever. So you offer to help them and you say, I'll carry that bag for you. So you use the verb will because you're making an offer. Or it can be also understood as an instant decision because it's something that you see and you act, right, at that particular time. So it doesn't matter if you think it's an instant decision or an offer, right? In this case, next one, shall I help you with your homework? That's a suggestion, that's our offering. In class, we've already talked about this, and we know that we can use shall to make offers, all right? In the next case, look at these clouds. I think it's going to rain. It's a prediction based on evidence. Now, what is my evidence? My evidence is that there are clouds. It's cloudy. So I think it's going to rain, okay? Next one. Shall we eat out tonight? That's an offer that you're making. That's a suggestion, all right? And as you can see, shall, as in this case, is used to make offers, to make suggestions, all right? Shall I open the window? Shall I open the door for you? Blah, blah, blah. And finally, you love New York. Imagine that you're talking about a trip and your partner is planning to go to New York and you've already been there and you tell them in English, oh, you love New York. You use will because you're making a prediction. You don't have evidence. You don't really know if they are going to love it or not. But you're just making a prediction. You're just risking, right? You're just risking a guess. So you love New York. All right. Okay, so I hope I've explained this well. And I propose another activity. After doing the previous one, can you tell me, based on these sentences, can you tell me which tense do we use to express these four things? Now, do we use will, be going to, or present continuous for each of these situations? Okay? One more time, I suggest that you should pause the video, think about this, do the activity in your notebook or whatever, and in a minute, I will show you on the screen the correct option, okay? The correct answer. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Future plans and intentions, be going to. Predictions based on evidence, be going to also. Future arrangements, present continuous. Instant decisions, promises, offers, predictions. Predictions if they're not based on evidence. Remember, predictions not based on evidence. Future facts and suggestions, we use will. All right? If you want to revise this, I would suggest that you go back in the video and have a look at the sentences again. This is key for you. These sentences are key for you to understand how to use each of those verbs structures. Okay? So, well, that's the end of this video. Hopefully I have explained it really clearly. We will have an online session for you to ask any doubts that you might have, probably in 2 weeks or so. And well, see you in the next video, in which we will cover the second block, this block, okay, the new expressions to be learned. Okay, bye bye.